Git add. Welcome to this presentation on the git add command. Git is a widely used version control system that helps developers manage their code effectively. One of the fundamental commands in Git is the git add command, which is used to stage changes in the working directory for the next commit. In this presentation, we will explore the purpose and usage of the git add command and how it fits into the overall Git workflow. By the end of this presentation, you will have a better understanding of how to use git add to manage your code changes and keep your project organized. Let's start by understanding what the git add command is and what it does. The git add command is used to stage changes in the working directory for the next commit. When you make changes to your files, Git tracks those changes, but they are not yet part of the repository's history. The git add command tells Git to include the changes in the next commit. After running git add, the changes are added to the staging area, ready to be committed. The staging area is a crucial concept in Git. It's a way to selectively choose which changes you want to include in the next commit. This allows you to manage your commits more effectively, ensuring that you only commit the changes you intend to. Now let's discuss how to use the git add command. To add a specific file to the staging area, you can use the following command: git add tag. If you want to add all changes in the working directory, you can use the following shorthand: git add. This will add all modified, new, and deleted files to the staging area. You can also add changes to specific directories or files that match a pattern: git add tad, git add.txt. The git add command can be used multiple times before committing the changes. This allows you to selectively choose which changes you want to include in the next commit. It's important to keep track of the current state of your repository, and the git status command is a useful tool for this. Running git status will show you which files have been modified, added, or deleted, and which changes are currently staged for the next commit. The git status command is a great way to understand the current state of your repository and what changes are ready to be committed. It's a good practice to run git status frequently, especially before running git add or git commit, to ensure that you're only committing the changes you intend to. By using git status in conjunction with git add, you can effectively manage your code changes and keep your project organized. Sometimes you may accidentally add a file to the staging area or decide that you don't want to include a particular change in the next commit. In these cases, you can use the git reset command to unstage the changes. To unstage a specific file, you can run the following command: git reset tag. This will remove the file from the staging area, but the changes will still be present in the working directory. If you want to unstage all changes in the staging area, you can use the following command: git reset. The git reset command is a useful tool for managing your staged changes and ensuring that you only commit the changes you intend to. Another important aspect of using git add is the ability to ignore certain files or directories that you don't want Git to track. This is particularly useful for things like compiled binaries, log files, or temporary files that are generated during the development process. To tell Git to ignore these files, you can create a .gitignore file in the root of your repository. In this file, you can specify patterns for files or directories that you want Git to ignore. For example, .logbuild.ds_. This will tell Git to ignore any files with the .log extension, the bilge directory, and the .dsstore file, which is a macOS-specific file. The git add command will automatically ignore any files or directories specified in the .gitignore file, so you don't have to worry about accidentally adding these unwanted files to your repository. In summary, the git add command is a fundamental part of the Git workflow, allowing you to stage changes in the working directory for the next commit. You can use git add to add specific files, all changes in the working directory, or changes to specific directories or patterns. The git status command is a useful tool for understanding the current state of your repository and what changes are ready to be committed. If you need to unstage changes, you can use the git reset command. Finally, the .gitignore file allows you to specify files and directories that Git should ignore, preventing them from being accidentally added to the repository. This is particularly useful for managing compiled binaries, log files, and other temporary files that are generated during the development process. By understanding and effectively using the git add command, along with the other Git commands and concepts we've covered, you can keep your code organized and manage your project's history effectively.